this is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kinda hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We're going to have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. For the Miami Heat, they won their last contest, that game against the Pistons in Detroit. That result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
I mean, no stress in that one.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Richardson kicks to Dragic. It's blocked, but they get it back. 6 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. This one for 3. Dragic with another miss.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Zeller setting the pick for Turner. In the corner, Smart with it. They get it back. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Celtics shooting their first free throw tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Johnson goes in.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Johnson the screen. Dragic against Fields. Just 5 to shoot. Good. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Lets it go from 11 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. Fields against Dragic. Rejected by Fields, and they're able to recover for 3. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Richardson. Dragic has got 5 now.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
The Heat trail by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Stoudemire against Zeller. From deep, Richardson, and the Heat, another three.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Fields. And yes, sir, that one drops. Fields has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Shot is off. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Celtics leading by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Bucks.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston is stockpiling.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he...
Now Richardson, 8 points for him. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets was a big factor. He had 6 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Left side, Turner. The pass to Fields. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last. A great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
That's a very good high percentage look right there.
And Fields kicks to Turner. They set the pick.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mike.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Richardson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And Boston with the rebound. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Takes the 13-footer, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wade's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the 3-ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now.
There's the pick. And Turner kicks to Zeller. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Boston shooting the 6th attempt. And the first half comes to a close.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Eric.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first. If we pay it more levels, more devils.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second. Boston making a switch here. Fields checked in. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Hornets.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Fields, he's in at point guard. Jared Sullinger is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Bradley in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. For Boston, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And that one falls for Fields.
Let's keep it moving. All right. Keep running. Keep running.
And both free throws good for Fields. The Heat trail by 5. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Dragic against Fields. Whiteside a screen. Pass to Day. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Boston. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Bradley kicks to Crowder. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bosch, the screen. It's Whiteside, top of the key. And it's Dragic off the drive. Bosch. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sullinger's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. In the corner, Crowder with it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sullinger.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Some changes for Boston. Turner's checked in for Johnson. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris.